Hello again, it's Bobby. Just in case you missed the first video that I made, it was all about SIBO and how this product Atrantil can hopefully help things as far as bloating, diarrhea, constipation, so on and so forth. So I'm just gonna kind of continue my review here of Atrantil. I'd like to start out with a disclaimer because some people on the Facebook group thought that I was trying to sell this product last time. I'm not trying to sell this product. I'm not affiliated with Atrantil in any form, fashion, or any way that you could possibly think of. I am just a customer of theirs, and I want to share my experiences with this product, and I hope that it's a cure for me. I hope that it works and it makes me feel better. That's why I think anybody would take this product. But anyway, I will post a link to the Facebook group below that I'm talking about. They're excellent. They have a lot of people that have a lot of experience with the SIBO, who've maybe had it for a long time. They have a lot of ideas and things to share. So I'll put the link down below for you guys, so you can see for yourself. And if you have any questions, you can ask any of the people in there. They're very knowledgeable. So I did a little bit more research on the product, and I actually had emailed them a few questions. There's a contact form on their website, and I didn't get a response in the time that I thought that I was supposed to. Actually, it says on their website they'll respond within 1 business day. Well, I've been waiting for a couple days, and actually I'd sent a couple or 3 questions in about a week prior, and I hadn't heard back on those. So I thought I'd just call them and ask them the questions that I wanted answers to. So and if you want to call them, I'll put their phone number on the screen for you, and in the description below, so you can call and ask your own questions too. The guy that I spoke with on the phone was very knowledgeable. I actually called, and the message said that it was after hours, but press a certain number to get more information, and I was connected to somebody even though it said that they were closed. So I thought that was pretty cool. So the first question I asked was about vitamins and minerals. When I first started taking the Atrantil, I stopped almost all of my supplements. The only ones that I didn't stop was L-tryptophan and L-theanine. So I wanted to ask them if I could take my vitamins, like the liquid multi-gels, super enzymes, digestive enzymes, that is, hydrochloric acid. Those have been taken for a long time, and they seem to help with digestion in general. They said that those are fine to take. Now, what they did not recommend was probiotics. So don't take probiotics with the Atrantil. That's a big no-no, because you're trying to get rid of the bacteria and not add to the population. So my first 2 questions were about the vitamins and minerals, and then the digestive enzymes. My third question to him was, how long do I have to take this? Right? Well, if you watch my first video, I explained on there that you might need to take this up to 20 days before you really see results. So he said once you start seeing results, to back the dosage off to about 2 capsules a day, and that's kind of a maintenance dose. And then after that, you could quit, but their research data only goes back a certain amount of time, so they only know, if you stop taking this, you're probably going to relapse or have more symptoms within a couple months' time, is what he told me. So let's say you think you're cured and you stop, and a year from now you're feeling just fine. Well, he wasn't able to tell me if that's even a possibility, because their research data only goes back so far. It doesn't go a year. So you might have to take this for a long time. And he also, when I talked to him, he said you can send the bacteria back where they belong, but if there's an underlying cause as to why the bacteria got there in the first place, then it will surely or most likely come back. So what I gathered from talking to him is that you should probably work on your motility and take this product at the same time. That's probably going to be your best bet as far as I can tell. I'm doing that by just exercising. Nothing strenuous. I'm doing some yoga about once a week. I'd like to do that more, but I need to be a little bit more disciplined with that. And I take a walk when I can throughout the week. 2 or 3 times a week is good. Well, about what I do anyway. For about half an hour to 45 minutes, somewhere in there. So that kind of helps move your guts along and help with motility that way. So what I've done is I started a log of how I'm feeling each day taking the Atrantil. It's just like it's a Google document. So I'm going to post a link below for you, and I'm going to update that once every 1 to 2 days. I'm going to update it. So if you don't want to watch my videos, you can just look at the log, and it'll kind of tell you how I'm doing, maybe even before I put out a video, so you guys can see that a little bit quicker that way. So I'll go over my log with you a little bit, and not much has really changed since day 1. This is my 3rd day on it. I have yet to take my last dose today, so but not a lot of changes really. The biggest surprise that I had was on day 1. I had 2 bowel movements. Usually that doesn't happen. I'm more on the diarrhea side of things. Not so much diarrhea anymore. It's somewhat firm, but it's still kind of loose, and I feel like my digestion could be a little better. Everything just feels a little rushed. So anyway, first day, 2 bowel movements. Really strange. I only get 2 bowel movements a day, like maybe once every month and a half. So I don't know if that was one of those times where I just was going to have 2 bowel movements anyway, or if it had something to do with the Atrantil. I'm not sure. There's not really, not really a lot of change to gas output or bloating on the first day. Bowel movement was somewhat urgent, like I said, and I am eating a special diet, which I'll post a link below too. You can check that out if you want. It's just a combination between the specific carbohydrate diet and the low FODMAP diet, so kind of incorporates both of those things. So my special diet I'm eating, I cheated a little bit the first day with ketchup and just a spoonful of Oreo fluff. It was delicious, by the way. So day 2, normal looking bowel movement, same as day 1. Didn't feel as rushed as day 1, so that's good. I did have some undigested food in the stool though, and I noticed that when I wiped. When you look at the stool, you can't really tell, but when you wipe, you can definitely tell. Day 2, I felt like I was burping or belching a little bit less than usual. I felt like I was going to have a bowel movement after work, but it didn't happen, so kind of strange. more than usual flatulence in the evening. And day 2, I cheated with a spoonful of chocolate frosty. And no adverse effects from either the frosty, the ketchup, or the Oreo fluff. So, even though it was a pretty small amount. So, and today was day 3 for me. I had one normal-looking bowel movement. Wasn't rushed at all today. It did have some undigested food though. I will kind of throw this out there. Yesterday I did an hour's worth of yoga, and usually the day after yoga I feel really relaxed, and I have today the whole day. It also seems to play into how my bowel movements are. So if I'm really relaxed, I have a good bowel movement, and that's kind of what happened today. There's less burping again today, so that's good. When I went for my walk a little bit earlier, I went for about a half-hour walk. I felt a little bloated during my walk, and kind of seemed to go away once I got back to the house. So maybe it's just a walking thing. I don't know. But it does feel like my guts are slowing down a bit, which is good. I used to get a lot of gurgling, a lot of bloop bloop noises. Haven't really noticed a lot of that the past couple days, and maybe that's the Atrantil working, because it is supposed to slow your motility. So maybe that is working. I will say one more thing about supplements here. Some people are prone to adrenal fatigue when they have SIBO, just because of the chronic fight that your body has to go through or whatnot. I was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue, and so I take this Adrenal, and it really helps. It's an adrenal extract, so it's very, very powerful. The first day I decided that I didn't want to take it. I was just going to try and kind of tough it out. Well, I'm very sorry that I did, because that first day I was dragging. I was pretty exhausted. So if you do have adrenal issues, continue to take your adrenal supplements. As far as what I understand, you can still take those while you're on the Atrantil. So anyway, kind of like I'm gonna kind of wrap up here. So to summarize, bloating seems to be on the rise a little bit, which I guess I can deal with. It's supposed to get worse before it gets better, from what I understand. So things are going normally. Haven't really noticed any huge benefits yet, though. My other symptoms seem to be maintaining where they are. So one last note, the guy that I talked to from Atrantil, he did say that most people will achieve some results within 4 to 5 days, but then the others, it can take up to the 20 days. So anyway, thank you for watching again, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.